Phoenix Suns been through a bit of a struggle these last few years ever since they made the finals in 2021. They made some trades. They thought they were making it so that their team was more well equipped to contend right now, but honestly they ended up screwing up a pretty promising young core along with veteran leadership and Chris Paul, and now they are stuck where we see them today. This offseason looks like they're going to mutually part ways with Kevin Durant, and the future of longtime star Devin Booker is in question. Some people say Devin Booker should be a Phoenix Sun for life. Other people are already mocking up trades on where he could go. But in this video, we are going to make Devin Booker a lifer with the Phoenix Suns, and we are going to make him an NBA champion with the Phoenix Suns. Don't worry about these playoffs. I couldn't do a start today, and there's a specific reason why. And I'll show you that in a second. But I made sure we got the Thunder Pacers finals regardless. I made sure that all of the awards this year were correct. You can see that Shea, MVP, Castle, Pritchard, Mobley, Daniels, Brunson. I can't change the coach of the year and executive, but whatever. We're just going to sim this. Doesn't matter. The Thunder do win. And player retirements. We are going to override anybody who is on a team except Joe Ingles. I let Joe Ingles retire. Why is that? Why is there a big H there? I downloaded a specific custom roster for that, or for this, and I assume maybe that's why this is there, but I want to overwrite that just to see. Taylor Jenkins retired. And I will go through and give everybody their correct picks. Usually I wouldn't, but I do, even though this was all, I fucked all of this up, I do want everybody to have their correct picks. So now the reason I did this custom roster and I didn't do start today was for this reason. I have a new coach roster, and it's because I'm torn between two guys. We can either go Mike D'Antoni, obviously 7 seconds or less, or do we go with Steve Nash? Now I'm wondering too, I miss when you could get assistants and stuff. Yeah, so there's no backup position I could sign those guys to, so I guess I'll just offer both of them. We're gonna throw Mike D'Antoni a 4-year deal, as well as former MVP of this team, Steve Nash. So D'Antoni would sign, which would be so cool, but I'm so torn right now. I'm so torn right now. I guess I'm gonna go Nash and see if I could bring on D'Antoni in a different position. Unfortunately, I've looked everywhere for like a workaround. This just seems to be something 2K has fucked up again. Truthfully, I would love to just like hire D'Antoni as like an assistant, as my GM or assistant GM, something. But 2K does what 2K does. And, just a couple years ago, we had the option to hire assistant coaches and everything. And I get we still can, but we don't get to pick who they are. We just had to sign a bonus staff. Maybe if I hold on, it just doesn't make any sense. But I digress. We're gonna move on. Looking for a head scout. I fired our old one because there was some head coaches you could sign. I guess we just go with Kevin Ollie. That's lame. Eric Matthews looks really good. I actually want to go check something. So the Raptors hired Coach Bud. There's somebody I'm looking for to see if they are here. Pelicans hired Michael Malone. Quinn Snyder to the Jazz. Wait, were they their coach? Hawks acquired David Adelman from Nuggets to work as their head coach. How'd they acquire him? I'm actually, what? There's a name I know is on this roster that I downloaded. I'm trying to see if he got hired. There he is. I thought for sure he would have got signed. Mark Jackson's in this roster. There's a bunch of just former coaches and whatnot. I should say too, if you want to download this roster, just look up PT Sports 84 and it'll be the very last one, and then you can see all the options. But I'm really disappointed I can't bring in him at all. I think one thing I'm gonna do, I'm going to team automation and staff management and just see if they hire anybody to be like an assistant coach. They re-signed the guy we fired, I'm pretty sure. I was hoping they somehow signed D'Antoni. All right, we will give up. We're gonna change our assistant GM though, because that guy looks trash anyway. I really wish 2K had a better system to search through this. Like, I wish I could look through and search for just staff that had the former player badge or whatever. But I digress. There's a lot I would do different with this game. All right, we made fake Mike D'Antoni our assistant GM. He's bad, doesn't really matter. I wanted him on the staff. I know it's stupid, but I've spent enough time. I've already been recording 22 minutes and this is all I've done. So we are gonna move on. Okay, so I just painstakingly went through and updated all the first round picks. I think they're all accurate. The way I did it, so when you select every team, like a lot of people like to do, that erases like their untouchables and stuff, and sometimes it's weird about getting untouchables on. So when I'm about to trade Kevin Durant, I don't want untouchables off. So what I did is I just turned trade override on and did 3-team trades for everything except this last one because we got 29 picks, but did 3-team trades for everything. Just switch second round picks around if I had to with us. That way I just didn't have to select any other teams, but it doesn't really matter. We're gonna get past this season pretty quickly. I think that about covers it. So when we go to the draft, the right teams will have their first round picks. The second round's all sorts of fucked up, so don't worry about it, but we'll check in here. Dallas on the clock at number 1. They go Cooper. 2 is Ace Bailey. 3 Dylan Harper. 4 Edgecombe. Let's try and see one trade. In the first trade, the Thunder trade 15th for Andrew Wiggins and Kevin Love. Interesting, but I like that they went and traded their pick. Now our pick at 29, I'm not the biggest fan of drafting real players, so I'm gonna actually move move on. See if the Thunder, usually the Thunder like to give, actually, but I'm not going to do the Thunder because honestly, when it comes to these draft classes, it ends up being good usually. I'll do this trade with the Bucks. Boom, they go and get Noah. Okay, now let me make sure all the things that I had to mess up are right now. So I need to turn trade override off. All this is on and we are good now. So now we get to completely focus on our team. We are going to be a 7 seconds or less team. You saw that in the title. And I want to trade KD before player progression hits. He's down because he's frustrated, whatever. But I do want to wait till people have started to sign contracts and whatnot. So in free agency, we aren't going to bring any of those guys back. We are 30 mil over the cap room. So actually, before I even trade KD, now this isn't realistic at all. We are just trying to get good fast. So first trade is going to be Bradley Beal. Try and get off his money. I'm going to ask the Chicago Bulls if they will do this. We get 1 year Vooch. We can move on from him. And we can honestly probably move on from him before the season starts. And Jalen Smith, not a guy I really plan to keep here, but I do want Lonzo here. They asked for a different trade. I don't want to give up Ryan Dunn in this trade. I'm okay giving up Ryan Dunn, but in this trade, I'm not. What about like a Royce? Too much money. I'll give up Iguodala. Yeah, they're asking for too much. For this work, oh yeah, we'll get a first round pick with Lonzo Ball for Royce O'Neal and Cody Martin. I am more than okay with that. Now, I did say I wanted to wait, but we are still over the cap. And the more we wait, people will get signed and extensions and all that stuff will kick in. So I'm going to try and get a deal done with the Rockets. This is the deal I have on the table. Honestly, I wouldn't even ask for picks. I mean, I can ask for one and just see if they'll do it. They probably won't. They think they're a championship contender. They won't even do this trade straight up. All right, what if we just go Bari? Would I rather have Bari or Tari? Bars. We'll just try that. No. What if we throw Grayson Allen in there? You give us Tari. We are in a bit of a tight spot. The problem with Bari is his money's too low. I really like the idea of bringing him in, but I have another backup plan. 2K is so fun because the Kings won't do this. In real life, I think if I asked them this, they would even give me picks, but you know how 2K is. I thought Sabonis would be a good fit. There's only a couple teams under the cap, and one of them being the Heat, but I don't think they have the outside pieces unless we took on Duncan Robinson, Terry Rozier. We give you KD. You give us 2 firsts, 2 seconds. Do I even want to do this though? We'll try it. They agree to it. Kevin Durant goes over to the Heat. He's out of our conference at least. I had to move him. I wanted to get under the cap. We're going to move his position back to the 3 for them. That way he can start, they can start a rotation of Hero, Pell Larson, I guess, but KD, Adebayo, and Khalil Ware. But now it still says we're over the cap. What just happened? How does it figure we're over the cap? Oh wait, have we? No, we didn't trade Beal. We got to go trade Beal. The Beal trade is going to be super unrealistic because I don't think there's a soul out there that would want him. I'm just going to go see who would take the most of his money. Like the Clippers would throw us back a 12 mil. The Grizzlies, 12 mil in a first, 3 mil from the Jazz in a first. Yeah, sorry Utah fans, but this is too good of a deal for me to pass up on unless I go get, got to be smart here. We clear another 50 mil. We have 38 mil in cap now. Don't expect us to go spend on your favorite player or like the guys you think would best fit here because we're going to try for the most part to get under the radar signings and just get the most out of those guys. First and foremost, we're going to go sign Chris Paul. We can backload it because he won't be here for the whole thing. We'll give him like 15. That's a big chunk of what we have to offer though. I want to bring in Russell Westbrook, but he wants $31 million. There is not a soul that's going to give that to you, Brody. What I might do is I'm going to go into contracts. I guess I have to just wait to see if he signs, but I was going to try and make it so that he only wants less money. I was going to let someone else sign him and then we take him from them, but not going to be able to happen. John Collins about to sign a 1-year deal for 16 mil. That's not bad at all. All right, day 1 of free agency, we signed Chris Paul and Naz Reid. You'll love to see it. Bringing back Chris Paul for one last run. We still got 4 mil in cap. Is anybody going to offer Russ? No. John Collins did sign that 1-year deal with the Knicks. That's awesome because we can probably go trade for him. There's another guy, Ben Simmons, signed a 3-year deal with the Pistons. I'm going to go try and get him from them. You guys take Terry Rozier. I want Chris Paul. I will give you our 2028 first. I want Lonzo Ball as well. Don't take him. You have a Lakers second. You are not getting any of our real players. Stop. You have this. I don't want to give a Heat pick. We don't have any more of our own. Sure. All right. We got Ben Simmons. We did overpay for him, but that's okay. We're going to move him back to the power forward. We are going to have to give up some of those picks that we just got, but I am going to try and pull off a Josh Hart, John Collins deal. It's going to take multiple firsts. It might take all of the firsts that we have because they think they're a championship contender, as they should, but I would love to bring in these two guys who are smaller, can rebound. Can't do it. Let's just try and do the John Collins, Grayson Allen part first. Okay, it took 4 first-round picks. Again, we highly overpaid, but we do have John Collins in here. He can kind of be like that Amari pick and roll guy. So that looks good. We now have 23 million in cap room because I'm a dumbass. I forgot we got 2 guys. We had Rozier and Duncan Robinson, who I didn't want. Okay, now we don't have. What is going on? So it says we have 23, but really we have 11 mil in cap room, I guess. Let's go try and move Duncan Robinson for nothing. We're going to do this trade with the Hawks, 2 first-round picks for Duncan Robinson. Perfect. And we were able to bring in Russ on a 3-year deal. He won't be here for that whole deal, but now we have a pretty legit rotation of guys, and it's a weird team. There's fits that are questionable at best, but we're going to keep making moves and see what we can do. As far as like old heads, the old heads on the team I kind of want to keep, so I'm not too worried about that. I think we're going to go to player progression, unless there's like, we could try and snag Dante Exum. Sure, we'll go get Dante Exum, 1-year deal. Boom. All right, player progression time. It's going to be ugly for a couple of the guys we just signed. Russ goes down 3, Chris Paul down 1. Not too bad. But honestly, as far as like rotation and stuff goes, this is like almost exactly what I want from this team. So first things first, system proficiency. We're going 7 seconds. And then for coach game plan, we're going to go play through star, shoot at will. We're going to try and limit transition, limit perimeter shots. We're going to play physical, and we are going to run in transition. There's another guy I want to try and get. I don't think we really have the money to do it though, without trading somebody that I legit want. I'm going to turn off team chemistry because it's getting on my nerves seeing all these guys who are fucking pissed off. I thought it'd be fun to have it on this time, but I want to see if we can get good without really good players. So no, we're not going to have team chemistry on fucking shit up. So I'm interested in bringing in Mitch Robb for his rebounding, but I actually don't know if he's that much better than Nick Richards. So they're actually, it looks like Nick Richards might be the better option. Looking at his attributes, he's an 86 and a 91. Actually, wow, that's a lot better. I know Mitch Robb's offensive rebound is going to be higher, but his defensive rebound's only a 69. Okay, never mind. Nick Richards, I think, is going to stay, but I think we're like one piece away from me feeling really good, and I think that piece that we are going to move is Ryan Dunn, along with Filipowski, and just see, is there a guy on a low money deal? Did one of these guys sign like a $2 million deal that could really help push our team over the edge? Let's go see who's left in free agency. Gary Trent, Davion, Kent Bazemore. What? He's a 28-year-old 80 overall in this? That's the roster I downloaded, I assume. I'm not going to sign him, so that just means he's not going to get signed. D'Lo would be cool because I know him and Booker friends, but it doesn't really fit what we got going on at all. I'll throw Exum in with Ryan Dunn and Filipowski just so there's a little bit extra money in there. Maybe get a guy, yeah, like about 10 mil. We could bring in Peyton Pritchard. Jakob Poeltl might be nice. Pirtle, excuse me. If we look at his rebounding, he's an 82 and 84, really solid. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. We're going to bring in Jakob Poeltl, Mogbo, or whatever won't play. Jakob becomes our starting center. John Collins at the 4. And do we want to go 10? Looking in free agency at guys who kind of just fit. Trey Mann's here. Let's go see if we can just bring in D'Lo and Seth Curry. D'Lo wants a good chunk of change. Can't do it. Gary Trent Jr. also. Trey Mann? No. All right, Killian. We got a pretty ugly team as it is, so sure, Killian, come on in. Now, the last thing I'm going to do, I do mess with tendencies, just straight up. And with this team, I think it's going to need it. All right, so I think the team looks good. I'm going to go mess with tendencies now, like I said. Booker's going to have 110 touch, 99 shot. Does Russ have any like solid attributes? Driving layup still solid. He has a pretty solid steal rating. Okay, your shot can stay, your touches can stay, your close shot is a 81. We can up that. But Russ, your mid, okay, you're not shooting the mid good. Your shot 3, it's actually not as bad as I would think. 40's fine. Drive 99% of the time. Driving layup perfect. Driving dunk, it's a 79 only. Damn, you're a pretty good rebounder still for your height, right? Yeah, so we will have him go for putbacks, crash, all that good stuff. Never against elite. You're never posting up. And then his steal's still pretty good, so I'm gonna up this. Naz Reid's a guy I'm kind of worried about. He can sometimes be pretty bad in these. His driving dunk, close shot, mid-range 3, all are pretty solid. Probably just put all those in the mid or 70s-ish. Lonzo's another guy who I've seen really struggle in Sims. We're gonna lower his 3-pointer. 70's probably okay. His mid-range is bad. Okay, that stuff's all low already, so that's fine. Where Lonzo's gonna shine for us, I'm thinking, is the perimeter and steal. He has a 95 steal, so we're gonna up his steal to 99. No lie. His block at 6'6", he can definitely get some blocks. We'll up that a little bit too. A lot of these guys I'm not too worried about, but Chris Paul is a big one that I want. Since he's gonna be on this team, I'm gonna make him start over Russ. I want him to shoot a little bit more, probably not 90s, but 80s are good because look at these ratings. Driving layup 85, close shot 97. The height in the simulation does not matter, so we're gonna up that. And then his mid-range 87, big shot for him in this. 3 is only an 80. We'll up that to like 65. Drive, we're gonna up a lot. His driving layup is an 85, so we're gonna up that a lot as well. 2 things we're gonna up for Chris Paul as well. Finish and his dish, we're gonna make a 99. Russ gonna up Russ's dish, and then the other guy whose dish we're upping is Lonzo's. This will help them get more assists. Also gonna want to up Russ's finish. Lonzo can have a little bit better finishing. Chris Paul's alley-oop we can up a lot. Does he have any like good defensive like steal? Not really. So that's fine. The other person, I almost forgot about Ben. We need to definitely up Ben's stuff. Gonna up his contest. His pass interception's already in 95. That's fine. Definitely gonna up his finish and his dish, as well as his crash and putback tendencies, just so maybe he can sneak some offensive boards out. Up his driving dunk because it is a 87. We'll up the tendency up to 87 too, I guess. Driving layup is a 80, so we can up that as well. Definitely up in the drive. I know some people don't like when you mess with tendencies, but for me it makes it fun because if I didn't, I would just get the same 90, 85 overalls over and over again. Yeah, we'd be good, and that's fine. I've done that for years, but this is making it so I'm getting random 70 overalls on the team and making them valuable. We're gonna up Ben's probably to 70. We're gonna up Russ's touch as well, and I think we should be good. Just gonna make sure D-Book's still getting his. He only has a 61 shot 3 tendency. Up that. All right, so let's see how this goes. Game 1. Actually, I lied. There's one more thing I want to do just in case we hop in. I'm gonna rebrand us. Go see if there is a good Suns jersey and arena. I'll probably set the arena myself, but to me this is part of it. This is part of what I want to do because I want to make it clear to the fan base that there is a new system in town. I mean, this one's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll go with this. It's a new system, new coach, new roster, and we are going to try and win this year with this team. I think it's going to be fun. All right, so they want Chris Paul starting. I'm fine with that. Yeah, I think this looks pretty dang good. The only thing, I'm going to take away Mogbo's minutes. We give the like 38 to Booker, 30 to Lonzo. Yeah, that's fine. This is what the rotation looks like. And after game 1, it is a win by a lot. It is against the Jazz, who we traded Bradley Beal to, so they are going to be bad. But to start the year, Booker with 36, 7 and 5, 25 and 6 for Chris Paul, 17, 2 and 7 for Russ. That's a pretty good start. So 5 games in, we lost the 2 games you'd expect us to lose, and then one against the Sixers that maybe is iffy. I don't know if they're going to be good in this simulation. And then we beat the Bulls, so you'd expect us to beat as well. Giddey had a good game. 3 and 2. We're going to go to like 10 games in and see how we're doing. So 10 games in, we are 5 and 5. So it's really kind of tough to tell how good we are. Chris Paul, second leading scorer, averaging 15 and 8. Not the best shooting. Booker, same deal. Not the best shooting from 3, but points per game. Assists look good. Rebounds are decent. Simmons up to 13, 4 and 5. Russ about 11, 3 and 5. I am surprised. I mean, we are 7 seconds and so many guys are not shooting that great. I'm going to try and have us crash the offensive glass, see if that helps. And then we'll do some crash, others run. See if those changes help. Big game against the Celtics, and we win by 4. We actually beat the Celtics. Booker at 45. Chris Paul with 26. Lonzo 12 and 14. Not great shooting for him. Russ 0 for 5. 9 assists though. Turned it over twice. And that is with Tatum playing. We blow out the Nuggets, who were 8 and 4 before we played them. John Collins 24 and 7. 23, 5 and 7 for Booker. Okay, so maybe we're picking up some steam. Okay, we haven't lost since. We're on a 5-game winning streak. We're gonna get to the end of November and see what kind of month Booker just had. Okay, we only lost 1 game against the Timberwolves. We came back and beat them right after. Close game here against the Hornets. Close one against the Heat as well. You know, if you're new here, I like to look at the split stats, kind of see month by month what we've done. So Booker in the month of November averaged about 34 rebounds, 6 assists, good shooting from 3 and field goals. So that's pretty optimistic right there. Lonzo, his numbers went down. John Collins went up. Chris Paul stayed about where he was. So yeah, we seem to be figuring it out. This is gonna be fun. Okay, I said we seem to be figuring it out, but apparently we really figured out. We just beat the Nuggets, the Cavs. We lose to the Thunder. What can you do? But I think we're gonna be pretty good. We lose it. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. We're 3rd in the conference. So far, so good, I'd say. And you know what? I kind of don't like these jerseys, so I'm gonna go change. All right, honestly, I ended up making my own arena. This is what we're going with. Pretty basic, pretty cool, but I do have a surprise if we end up making the finals. So let's get to it. So at the end of December, we are 23 and 10. Pretty much playing exactly as I want. 30 points for Booker. Chris Paul about 16 and 8. John Collins coming along. Simmons looks decent. Naz Reid playing pretty well. Field goal percentage for a lot of guys are skyrocketing, except Lonzo. Lonzo is struggling from the field. I'm gonna see about how many shots are you taking a game. So per 36 minutes, it's saying he's taking about 9 shots, which I mean it is a decent mark. Maybe we lower his shot tendency down. It's already at 50. That's fine. We'll lower it even more. But so far so good. We can't see the award races, so at the end of January we'll double check that and then see if we want to make any moves before the trade deadline. So at the trade deadline we are 36 and 15, good enough for 2nd in the conference behind the great Thunder team. Booker up almost to about 31 a game. Is he? Come on, tell me he's got to be in MVP. He's not even in the MVP race, man. He's the only other guy averaging 30 a game here. I get his rebounds and assists are lower, but damn, that's a little disappointing. He's barely barely even getting all-star votes. So looking at the metric stats, he's been worth 11 wins. Everybody looks pretty positive except Killian Hayes, which he don't really play, so I'm not too mad about. Although we do have him on a $6 million contract. Maybe there's a guy we could get for him. Say we package Killian Hayes and Monte Morris, 2 Pistons point guard legends. There actually have been a couple interesting trades, but I think I'm just going to do this for D'Lo just because it's fun. They're cool. D'Lo and Booker, at least they were. I don't know if they still are, to be honest, but he slots in as the 10th man in the rotation. I don't want him playing. We have enough point guards, so we're going to give Booker his 40. Lonzo can play 30, 30 to Simmons, 30 to Podol. We killed Naz Reid's minutes. He was playing about 24 games, so I guess we didn't. Thought I had it set to 30, but this looks good, and we are going to continue the sim. That's our one move. Maybe it was a bad one. We lose 3 straight. No way. Booker didn't even make the All-Star game. That is wild to me, because like, yeah, I've done a bunch of these where certain guys haven't made the All-Star team and their numbers look good enough, but Booker has every like peripheral. He's a 91 overall shooting guard, averaging 30 a game on one of the best teams in the league. What? That is wild. He didn't make the All-Star game? Am I missing him? I mean, I guess what guard do you take out? Is it Amen Thompson? Yeah, probably. That is wild. That is so disappointing. I'm going to try and get him some help when it comes to awards and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to up his tendencies for defense, just see if maybe he can get a couple more steals, see if that helps. We're going to do 99s, but that is crazy. Not an All-Star. He's pissed off. We have not lost since the All-Star break. Contract extension time. Jakob Podol will re-sign for a cheaper deal. That's awesome. Boom. Lonzo wants to re-sign. That's fine. Nick Richards will also re-sign. That's pretty dope. $4 million a year. We'll definitely do that, and we have re-signed everyone we can. Since not being named to the All-Star team, he is averaging 33, 4 rebounds, and about 8 assists a game on 57% from the field and 47% from 3. So yeah, I think he's a little mad. I also want to see like steals. They've gone up. Blocks. He's even at 1 block a game. That is crazy. Okay, middle of March, we are on a tear right now, and Booker is in top 5 for MVP voting. I cannot believe he did not make the All-Star game. That is wild. I don't think he'll be in the MVP race much longer, but not to make the All-Star game? Come on. 49 and 20, looking really good. 58 and 21, and we won 60 games. Luka's your MVP. Cooper Flag Rookie of the Year. Simon 6th man. Wemby D-Boy. Dillingham Most Improved. Clutch Player of the Year is Booker, so that's something. Those stats are insane. 31 a game, 4 rebounds, almost 7 assists, over a steal, 53 from the field, 94 from free throw, and 42 from 3. Dagnall and Sam Presti. That's one more cool thing about the roster too from PT Sports is he has the accurate GMs. Now ours isn't accurate because when you take over a team, they immediately fire whatever the real GM is. So James Jones is out and I'm in. So these are your all NBA teams. Booker barely edges out second team on an absolute tear since the All-Star break. Averaged 35 a game in March. Down in April, but we didn't play as many games, so big deal. Absolutely insane. We didn't have any other award makers, but we did finish second seeded, and in a lot of other years we would have been first seeded. It's just because the Thunder is so damn good. Looking at some of the other statistics, second for us in scoring ended up being Chris Paul at about 17 and 8. Field goal percentage shot up 3.35, not bad at all. John Collins that averaged about 14 and 7. Great field goal percentage, good 3-point percentage. Wow. Simmons about 13 a game. 13, 5 and 5 is awesome. Lonzo got his field goal percentage a little higher, as well as his 3-pointer. D'Lo, I don't think he played with us much, if we're gonna be honest. Yeah, he averaged 1 point a game since the All-Star break, so he doesn't really count. Russ, field goal percentage is good. Averaged about 10, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. You love to see it. Yaka about 9 and 10, 4 and 5 for Nick Richards. I couldn't be happier, honestly. Another fun thing I like looking at in the split stats is taking it by team and just see who got it worse from Booker. The Clippers in 4 games got 35 from him, I think. Yeah, 4 games and he averaged 35. That's pretty tough. 37 against the Wizards. I'm assuming this is just 1 game, right? 2 games. He only shot 2 free throws, but he averaged 37, 5 rebounds, and 9.5 assists against them. Dang. His season high in points was 57, 1 point behind the league leader, Ian Edwards. Dang, Luka had a 27 free throw attempt night. But we are here in the playoffs, so let's get into that. We have to go against Ant, which I don't love. Dillingham's gonna have his way with Chris Paul as well. Maybe not. Maybe we have a good shot. I don't know. Against the T-Wolves, though, when it comes to Ant, you're gonna get guarded by Lonzo. I mean, if we just can't make it so he beats us. If someone else beats us, fine, but it cannot be Ant. Jaden McDaniels only averaging about 10. Julius Randle, though, who do we got guarding Julius? Collins, probably? No, Ben. Ben's a good, very good defender, so I actually feel good about this. All right. The one thing I want to do is probably shorten the rotation, though, instead of playing 9. But who do we shorten? I guess we can say 9. I won't shorten it. See how we do. So game 1 is a loss by 5. Booker had a good game. Simmons had a really good one. Chris Paul a good one. And gave us plus 41, 9 threes. Good game for Randall too. I don't expect that to stay. Game 2 is a win by 8. Randall worked for it a little bit more. I mean, I guess they just didn't shoot as much, but they are playing really well. 37 and 10 for Booker. Pivotal game 3 goes our way by 3 only. This is a really tight series. We just had more balanced scoring where they had 2 guys really carry the load. Game 4 is a win as well. Only 4 points though. It took Booker scoring 42 on 30 shots, 20 and 9, and only 10 shots for Chris Paul. And can we get out of the first? No. Game 5 is a loss. I don't want this to go 7 though, so I am gonna probably take away some of Russ's minutes, probably some of John Collins. I need about 12 minutes to make up here. How bad has Russ been in the playoffs? Because it's got to be bad, right? He's barely been a positive. I'm gonna take some more of his away. That way I can get Ben 36 and Lonzo 36. I need them out there for their defense. And we do beat them in 6. Randall 24, 13, and 8, and 6 of 17. So that's what we needed. Booker did have 51 though, so that might have helped. He's averaging 37 in the playoffs on 50, 40, 90. Insanity. So we got round 2 against the Denver Nuggets. Now I think it did read that they made a trade, so we got to go see who they traded for, who they traded. They traded nothing. They made a nothing trade, so their lineup still looks the same. And again, I feel pretty good. We're gonna switch. We might switch the actual lineup this series because MPJ is 6'10. So I think, oh man, actually no, we can't unless because I don't want Chris Paul to not start. He's been playing so well. Maybe we ride it out first to see how it goes. But yeah, we can't let Jamal Murray get 24. Jokic can't get fucking 25. I'm really only, I guess Chris Paul can hold his own though. What's Chris Paul's perimeter defense? As long as we're not like in a game, his height shouldn't matter as much. His perimeter defense is I missed it. It's an 80, so it's not that good. It's not that bad. I can't have him guard MPJ though. I guess we just rock with it. Maybe we go Booker. Actually, Chris Paul has the better perimeter defense. Yeah, I guess we just go with Chris Paul for now at least. We're gonna see game 1 is a win, only by 7. 35, 3, and 7 for Booker. Jokic only 34 and 7 and 8. That's a down game for him. 9 for 21 from Murray. Will play though. Game 2 is another victory. This one only a 78 to 75 game. Booker did his thing. Simmons had a good one. Jokic and Murray both struggled a little bit, as well did Christian Brown. Other guys really aren't just shooting. Game 3 is a loss, our first loss. We lose by 4, so I'm not too worried. It took 18 rebounds for Jokic, 5 or 15 from Murray. So Chris Paul is holding it down. And whoa, did he have a 30-point game? 32, 6, and 5 for Chris Paul. Okay, game 4, we go up 3-1. Biggest win of the playoffs for us. 9 for 9 game from John Collins. Booker shot a lot, didn't play that great. Simmons had a good one. Chris Paul 12 and 11 on both shots, not great, but okay. And we do make the conference finals behind 44 points from Booker. So back-to-back 44 plus points in series clinchers for Devin Booker. He is, bro, I cannot believe they hoed us with that, with him not making the All-Star game even, because he is showing up, leading the league in the playoffs in scoring. And we will be taking on Houston, which I don't love for us. Knicks and Cleveland, those are both going to be tough series as well. Okay, well, Jalen Green out there, probably go Lonzo. And then the only other person I'm worried about offensively is Sengun. All right, game 1 is a victory, and it's a huge one. 39-3, 6 steals for Booker, 20 and 7 for Paul. Simmons gave us 20 and 6, 11 and 12 for Lonzo. Bro, Lonzo has a 50 shot tendency, and he shot 10 plus shots. What do we do with that? I don't know what more to do with that. He shot 7 threes. Game 2 is another win, another big one. 40 for Booker. Oh, he's heated up. Game 3 is a loss by 11. Game 4 is a win. Winner takes on the Cavs. 42, 5 and 6 for Booker. We had a bunch of guys score 10 and 11. Game 5 is a loss. Who they got at the 4? Amin Thompson. Has he got decent shooting, or is he like his brother? Okay, we're gonna leave Ben on him. We're gonna encourage Amin Thompson to shoot the mid-range jumper. Huge game 6, and we do win. Booker takes us to the finals, averaging 36, 4 and 4, 2 steals, 1.3 blocks to go against the Cavs. Another matchup which for us might be tough, although we got rebounding. Garland might put in some work this series, but so far so good. So now I'm gonna show you the surprise I had. It might not mean nothing to y'all, but this means something to me. We got the finals logo in the middle of the court like we used to, and we're gonna jump into some of these games. We're gonna simcast all of them, see if we can win a championship in year 1. I didn't even set matchups or nothing, so we're just raw dogging this finals right now. Close game, we pull away, 3 minutes left, and we are up double digits. Booker 31 and 12, 26 and 10 for Lonzo. Finally a good game. 18 and 12 for John Collins, 13 and 6 for Chris Paul, 13, 9 and 8 for Simmons. Perfect. Game 2, we're down early. I switched the matchups in this screen because I forgot to do it again. I put Lonzo on Mitchell and Ben Simmons on Mobley. It's a 1-point game, tie game. Okay, tie game with a minute 15 left. Just looking before we we hop in there. It doesn't look like anybody fouled out. Perfect. Booker's leading the way with 38, 4 steals, good shooting, 5 turnovers, 23 and 5 for Paul, 19, 10 and 6 for Lonzo, 14, 4 and 8 for Simmons. Pretty good for them. They're getting carried by Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and they got Nick Claxton over there too. Interesting. Tie game. We get to see the court in action too with the finals logo in the middle. Looking clean. We're going to inbound it. We inbound to Chris Paul. Now, the one bad thing about tendencies, when you hop into games and actually watch it, man, they can do some fucked up shit. Chris Paul might force a like close shot, but inside pass to Jakob, we get the lead. That was a tough pass. Led him perfectly, and with just about a minute left, Ben Simmons guarding Donovan Mitchell. Mobley's not on the floor, okay? Simmons guarding against the drive, forcing Mitchell, and we get dunked on by Jared Allen. Fun fact, I forgot, there was a bit of beef between Donovan Mitchell and Ben Simmons during the Rookie of the Year award voting, because Simmons sat out, so Mitchell thought he should get it. Whatever. I was kind of in Donovan Mitchell's camp in that case, though, to be honest. Another pick and roll. Chris Paul mid-range jumper, wide open, misses it. Jared Allen with the rebound, gonna give it to Mitchell. Mitchell up to Cordo. I don't know why I said it like that. Naz Reid with the contest. Nick Richards with the rebound. Chris Paul has an opportunity to push. We'll slow it down. Have a chance to take a very late shot in the shot clock, and we just keep running the same damn play. Simmons comes around that screen. Then we run a pick and roll. Jakob, three, fading three. Chris Paul hits the shot of the year. Oh my. Now I'm gonna try and make a sub. Who can we? Okay, so they made the subs. Let's who's our best interior defender / rebounder? We could go Nick Richards. Nick probably gives us the best overall defense, but then he actually has a better free throw too, so I am gonna do this. Okay, we made the sub. Can we win this game and go up 2-0 in the finals? Booker has Mitchell. Lonzo's guarding Okoro. Did this? Oh, they run a perfect play and Garland misses. I got distracted. I don't know why Lonzo's not guarding Mitchell, but whatever. Chris Paul, chance to be a hero, already has the big three, chance to hit some free throws, takes us up 4. They bring him Jakob. I don't really care at this point. We go up 5 points. They have their last timeout. 10.9 left on the clock. Isaac Okoro to inbound. He's gonna get it to the corner to Garland. Garland with Chris Paul guarding him. Okoro for 3. Lonzo's hand in his face. Rebound Pirtle. Throws it to Booker. That's gonna do it for game 2. We're gonna go up 2-0 in this series behind a 114-109 victory. Booker 32, 25, 3 and 6 for Chris Paul, and 2 huge shots at the end. I can't believe this went in after he just missed off this same play. We ran this same exact play, got him a wide open mid-range. He bricked that, so instead he goes for a fadeaway 3 with 16 seconds left in a finals game. Don't care. Up 2-0. Oh my gosh, 2. I don't even have the rotation set correctly. We will fix that in this one. So Chris Paul, yeah, so these minutes look better. Mitchell guarded by Lonzo, smother him. Chance to go up 3-0. They're up big early. We're starting to come back. That's the one good thing about 7 seconds or less. We can get into these deficits quicker, and we do have a lead. It's back and forth a little bit. 2 minutes, 6-point game, 8-point game. We win game 3, 41 for Booker on 16 of 20. Chris Paul gave us 16 and 10. Bad shooting, who cares? 13 and 13 for Lonzo. So he is having a pretty damn good finals, averaging 10 assists in the playoffs, and his numbers are way up in the playoffs from the field efficiency wise. So you love to see that. It's 3-0. We have a chance to win the NBA championship here on their home floor, and we have a lead early. We're growing that lead. We are gonna do it in year 1. Oh, whoa. I'm getting too far ahead of myself. 6-point game, 1-point game, 2-point game, 2 minutes left. We'll hop in. Damn, I was saying we did it, and we are starting to give up that lead. I'm just gonna double check, make sure nobody's fouled out. It doesn't matter if they did. I'm not gonna do anything about it, but no, we have no fouled out, so should be good. Who do we got on the floor? I think same lineup as last time, except Booker's actually on the floor, so that's nice. We do have 3 guys who cannot shoot though, with Simmons, Nick Richards, and Jakob Poeltl. So wide open post hook from Mobley. We call it timeout. Okay, I like the timeout. Down 2, Lonzo's in. Extra shooting, extra defense. It's our starters. We haven't seen John Collins at all. Simmons kicks out wide. Screen and roll for Devin Booker and Jakob Poeltl. What a pass by Booker. Somehow he makes that happen. Jared Allen turns his head just a little too late, and I thought they were up 2, but apparently it was tied, so now we're up 2. I'm tripping, I guess. Mobley pulls this one out, and nothing happening. They get a screen and roll for their 2 bigs. Jared Allen doesn't get it. I don't know why it's Jared Allen. Evan Mobley. Simmons going the other way. Simmons has Garland on a post up. Chris Paul, catch. Throw it inside. That's got to be a bucket. Got to be a bucket. How's that not 3 seconds? I don't even know. Simmons bricks it because he waited till Okoro came over. He could have kicked that out to the corner, and now we have Booker on Mobley. I don't love that for us. Booker playing good enough defense to force a late catch, under 10 in the shot clock, and Mobley just bodies him. No surprise there. Tie game, and he's still hanging on the rim, so can we go? No, of course not. Of course not. The 7 seconds or less team slows it up. Screen and roll between Booker and Jakob. Pump fake. Ooh, we might have been able to pull that though. Another screen. screen. Booker gets another one. What a pass. Jakoberto. What a play. What a play. Spins around, gets the screen from Jakob, starts to fake a pump fake, gets Jarrett Allen to hesitate just a little bit so he can kick it inside to Jakob. Jakob makes a tough fading layup, and Devin Booker is hype. He shows off like a 40-inch vertical right there. 2-point game, 40 seconds left. Garland to drive. Mobley has it. Simmons guarding him. Nice cross by Mobley. Reverse layup. These dudes are playing out of their mind right now. What a play. Look at this cross. That's a big man. That's a defensive player of the year big man. Kind of gets a moving screen from Jarrett Allen and pretty much Jakob Poeltl as well. And then the reverse layup. How? This makes no sense. How does he make this? That's nasty. 34.5 seconds left. 3-0 series. Chris Paul gonna drive. Gets the screen from Simmons. Nothing happening. They're gonna run a screen for Booker, but they passed it to the other side of the floor. Booker on the cut. Ooh, might have had something there. Gets another screen. 3-ball. Devin Booker wide open. Gets it to Paul. He has 23, 5, and 10 in this game. Coming up huge. What a season from Devin Booker. Got snubbed from the All-Star team. Made second team All-NBA. And actually, let me too. We haven't got to peep him on the bench with us. Look at our coach. That's our coach, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this picture's kind of tough, but I was messing around trying to find a screenshot to get Steve Kerr in here, and I just want to show you. Look at how much better this game looks with this one filter on. Look at how much better this game looks. This is the vivid warm filter, and it looks so much more just vibrant and realistic, but like what I feel like playoff basketball looks like. And so you might go, oh, it's not the biggest difference. Wait till you see how grayed out this shit looks. That is wild. All right, whatever. Just a random rant. Garland catches it at the top. 3-point game. He's gonna have to force a three here. Comes around the screen. Doesn't take a three. Okoro does. Booker on the contest, but it didn't matter. The contest didn't matter. He just pulled that bitch. Probably should have made a sub there for us, but that's okay. Get it into Booker. 9 seconds. Literally make this as simple as possible. Get it into Booker. Run a screen for him. No, we're running a screen for Paul, huh? 3 seconds. Booker with the fade. Doesn't get it. Come on, 2K. They got to run a better play for 9 seconds left. They can't run an action for Chris Paul to first get an off-ball screen and then Jakob Poeltl to come. Whatever. We'll simcast a little bit. Okay, under 2 minutes. We have a 3-point lead. Oh, they have Killian Hayes. I forgot we traded. Wait, we got Booker Russell from the Cavs? Yeah, that is the trade. So I didn't even realize that. The one trade we made, the other team made the final. So that's cool. Jakob with a pretty trash screen either way. Booker trying to make something happen. Making moves. Throws it into Jakob in the post. Chris Paul for 3. Nope. Slide. Booker catches D. Pulls up midi. Got it. 5-point lead with 1:20 left in the game. Mobley catches. He's going to bring the ball up the court. Getting guarded by Ben Simmons. Decent matchup from us, especially from this far out from the hoop. Allen's going to get set a screen. And what a nice entry pass off the pick and roll from Evan Mobley to their other big man. And with a minute left, Booker has a chance to give us a 2-possession lead, or the Cavs can pick up some momentum here. Booker on the drive. Gets a lane. Left-handed finish. It's good. 5-point lead for the Suns. 3-0 series lead. This has been so much fun. I wish I would have made this like a full-length My League series. This is kind of incredible. Inbound to Mobley. 5-point game. Just playing first stop. Simmons guarding Mobley on his every move. Pulls out deep 2. Can't get it. Jakob Poeltl to Chris Paul. Chris Paul up the court to Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons on the reverse. What a play. It looked like they were either playing for a trap and trying to force a turnover, or they were going to start fouling. If they would have fouled, I wouldn't have been mad if Chris Paul was taking free throws, but instead he makes the crazy intelligent pass. Mobley comes down to start doubling, and the second he does that, the second he even acts like that's what he might be doing, Chris Paul throws the deep ball. Ben Simmons catches the reverse dunk, and the Cavs find themselves down by 7 points with 35 seconds left in overtime of game 4. Mitchell's gonna try and do something. He throws it into Mobley. They're wasting too much time. Fuck it, give Killian Hayes a 3, please. Mobley on the drive, getting pushed by Simmons. Okoro, another deep 3. Got Booker up, can't get it. The Suns have won the NBA championship, pulling it off even though they let up a big lead in game 4. We're gonna watch the celebration. I'm sure Devin Booker's our finals MVP. We win by 7 on their home floor. Let's go, man. Booker just killed somebody in the crowd. What a squad, man. Hopefully we get a good shot of Steve Nash on the podium or something. Chris Paul looks so small. It's so funny. And of course, it's gotta be Devin Booker with Ben Simmons and Lonzo. That was fun, man. This was a really fun one. 29, 5, and 10 for Booker. 26, 1, and 7 for Chris Paul. What a way for him to go out at 40 plus years old. I'm sure he's gonna still retire. Booker, your finals MVP. I'm mad I accidentally skipped through it because I would have liked to see what he averaged in these finals, but no biggie. Not doing the math either. And yes, Chris Paul still does try and retire, so I'm not gonna go for a run it back here, as does Russ. I forgot he got his ring too at 37. That was a lot of fun. So if you like these type of videos, please leave a like. It means the world. I've been having so much much fun, man, doing stuff like this. And it's, if we continue to grow, I don't see a reason why I would ever stop. So please leave a like. Means the world, helps these videos get seen by more and more people, and leave suggestions if you have an idea that you want to see get played out, man. And I think that about covers it all. I will see you on the next one. Peace.